Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here, and I just got back from Spain at MWC this year. Lots of good content out of there. If you missed it, just check the channel. But when I got back, this flagship phone was waiting for me, the Honor Magic 5 Pro. The Magic 5 Pro has the latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor from Qualcomm, triple camera system, 120Hz OLED display. So we are going to take a quick look what comes inside the box, and then of course get some hands-on with the latest phone from Honor. Let's get started. Here is the Magic 5 Pro from Honor. I have to say I did get a peek at this phone at MWC, and the design of it, I have to say, is very unique. We're gonna set that to the side for just a second, see what else comes inside the box, including SIM ejection tool and looks like some extras. You do get a clear case, which again, I always like, not only because it's an extra, but because it's clear. You buy your color phone for a reason. No booklets in this box that Honor sent over, but you do get a charging brick with Honor Supercharge up to 66 watts via USB Type A, and your charging cable, all of these with orange accents, USB Type A to USB Type C. Let's take a look at the Magic 5 Pro from Honor. It is not for sale. Anyways, I'm going to boot this phone up, and while it turns on, we'll take a closer look at the hardware of this device. Down at the bottom, we have a SIM card slot, microphone, USB Type-C port, and one of our speakers. Along the right side, make note the screen is curved, a little bit less real estate to hold on to on the side. You do have a power button, volume rockers. Make note of the camera bump, fairly minimal, at least with the amount it protrudes. However, the camera module itself is fairly big. Up towards the top, we have an IR blaster. I love to see that. Another microphone, and of course another speaker. Along the left side, absolutely nothing. And then flipping it over, here is a closer look at that color. It says Honor, and just sort of a ramp up to that camera module all the way around in a circle. This is a triple camera setup. You'll notice 100x, so starting to compete with Samsung on the zoom. Anyways, all three lenses are 50 megapixel. You get a wide angle lens, an ultra wide angle lens, and that periscope telephoto lens, which has up to 3.5 times optical zoom. Anyways, I'm going to run through the startup process, talk about anything that's noteworthy. You get the option for fingerprint or face unlock. You'll notice a dual camera up front with a 12 megapixel lens and an extra sensor. This is a 3D sensor for depth sensing and biometrics, so you can set that up with face. We're gonna set up the fingerprint for now. I also wanna point out while holding the device, it's a little awkward. I can't really quite figure out where to put my pointer finger to help balance it when I'm holding the phone with one hand. I think it's gonna be right about there. Normally you can kind of leverage underneath, but that module comes down so far, it's a little off balance when I have my finger there, so just something to note. Now, let's set up our fingerprint. Accuracy may be affected with a screen protector. There is a pre-installed screen protector, by the way, guys. Anyways, let's set our thumb down. I want to make note the vibration motor actually is really good. I'm a fan after typing and now experiencing it setting our thumb down. It's also, you know, a little bit awkward with the ergonomics with the fingerprint scanner being just so low on the device. It's a little bit lower than other fingerprint scanners that I've seen on other phones. Continuing through, enrolling our edges. There we go. Enrollment successful. You can add more later if you'd like to. You also can use face recognition on top of that fingerprint ID. Okay, we are all set up and ready to go on our home screen. This is a 6.81 inch, 2848 by 1312 OLED display, and it goes all the way up to 120 Hertz, which I can already tell is enabled just by the smooth animations. Quickly jumping into display and brightness, scrolling down, screen resolution. Would like to point out it's set to smart resolution out of the box, which will lower the resolution to save power when needed. But if you turn that off, you can force it to high, standard, or low. And also the screen refresh rates to dynamic. So it will depend on what is shown on your screen, but you can force it to 120 Hertz or medium, 90 Hertz or 60 Hertz. Nice that you get the option for these. Also, quickly, there's an ebook mode, which just sort of washes out all of the colors, which is great for the end of the day. Just sort of better to not have so much color vibrancy before bed. Jumping into the camera app, would like to point a couple things out. First of all, there is a fast shutter mode right here if there's a lot of motion going on, anything like that. You can snap a quick picture, and there you go. Enable auto capture will automatically capture smiling, jumping, running, movements. You can enable that if you'd like to for that auto capture being on. But otherwise, it's nice to have a quick setting for faster moving objects, or just your standard one. There you go. You can go to 0.5x for the ultra wide, and like I mentioned, 3.5 times zoom, which is all optical, up to 10 times here. This is more digital, but then, like I said, up to 100 times zoom. I don't know, there's not too many use cases for that, but it is an option if you'd like to. But let's check out that 3.5 times optical zoom shot right here. Okay, looks pretty solid. Excited to take some more pictures with this triple camera setup on the back of the phone. A lot of different modes, including night, portrait, video, movie, pro mode, and going into more. You have a lot, including super macro to get very close to objects. Jumping into settings again, you can go to your home screen. You can customize the always on display, the unlock. Speaking of, let's go ahead and set, always on display is on, but let's set our finger on down. Unlocks right away. There we go. Seems to be very quick and snappy. To unlock it with our fingerprint scanner. Continuing through, let's go into some features such as multi-window, where it will, if you swipe over and hold, it will bring up a little dock here, which is very useful. I like that a lot, as opposed to a specific segment to have to swipe over on. Some shortcuts and gestures. Knock twice on the screen to take a screenshot, swipe up to share, swipe down for a scroll shot, which is pretty neat. You can do that. Knock twice on the screen with 2 knuckles for record screen, some other ones, and then smart sensing. You can show always on display by facial recognition. There's air scroll to scroll up and down without even touching your phone. Otherwise, that's everything I want to talk about for now. Also, the power button, actually, you have to give it a decent press. At least in comparison to other devices, it's very firm, which isn't necessarily good or bad. Just something I'm noticing. But anyways, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about the Magic 5 Pro from Honor. I hope you enjoyed the video. A lot more content coming soon. Be sure to click the subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.